Today I'm going to show you how I made my own Maui hook from Moana, turning it into a stylish necklace. In this video, I walk you through my creative process from preparing the 3D printable model to finishing and choosing the hanging pendant. I also share my own way to make the necklace glow in the dark. If you like the aesthetic of ethnic jewelry or you just like the beautiful Moana and her bully body Maui, this video is for you. Get ready to bring a piece of Moana's adventures into your everyday life.
Many people think that Maui is a Disney fiction. In fact, this character comes from ancient Polynesian mythology. And while he's been around for centuries, he only became a global superstar thanks to Moana. Maui is a demigod, a hero, a trickster, a protector of humanity, and basically an all-around legend. In the myths, he did some wild stuff, pulling islands out of the ocean, slowing down the sun, defeating monsters. There's even an island in Hawaii named after him, and on Jupiter's moon there's a volcano that bears his name too. Moreover, the Maui's hook is not a fiction either. Polynesian culture has depicted this artifact for thousands of years. The hook connected people to nature and their ancestors. Each one was unique, decorated with intricate patterns, spirit figures or ancestral images, often inlaid with shimmering shell. It wasn't just a tool, it was a bridge between worlds. In Oceania, these hooks were handmade with incredible care. They'd find the perfect tree root, add sharp teeth or bone, and tie it all together with natural fibers. Why wood, though? Anthropologist Arthur Gimble once wrote that metal hooks could only hold magic once, but wooden ones could soak up power again and again. As the tree grew, and as the artisan shaped into a hook, it absorbed the energy of nature itself. So, what is depicted on the Maui's hook? It's not just a decorative pattern from Polynesian culture. If you look closely, it's like a biography carved into the wood. At the center of Maui's face with his signature, wild hair flowing outward. The hair transitions into ocean waves representing his main element. The author of these drawings appears to be Maui himself, which totally fits his larger-than-life, self-loving personality. Maui's hook is more than just a cool magical gadget from a movie. It's a powerful symbol of humanity's connection to nature and its magic. And it's amazing how the creators of Moana paid such careful, respectful attention to this piece of Polynesian heritage.
So, we decided to bring a little Maui magic into our lives. And today we're making a necklace featuring his hook. We'll 3D print the hook and hang it on a laser cord. Sure, we could sculpt it from clay or carve it from wood, but since we have a 3D printer, why not to take advantage of modern tech? By the way, we designed the model ourselves and you can download it too. I'll leave the link in the description.
To create a 3D model of the hook, I start by grabbing a few still frames from the movie. The modeler has to put in some extra effort to get the pattern just right. Each line has depth, and it's crucial to adjust their width and depth to suit the size of the print. I printed on a photopolymer printer using white resin. Make sure to choose a durable type of resin, or the hook might end up fragile. Next, I clean and remove the supports, sanding down the spots where they were attached. Then I cure the model under a UV lamp. For coloring, I use dark brown pastel powder, working it into the design with a brush and my fingers. The powder needs to fill all the carved lines. After that, I use fine grit sandpaper to gently polish the surface and remove any excess pastel from the flat areas. Then I seal the whole thing with a glossy varnish. To help the thread grip better, I lightly sand the middle of the handle. Now it's time for the rope handle. I use a strong thread 0.5 millimeter thick. It's best to pick a natural color from the start, but since I didn't have one, I'll paint mine. Then I wrap it tightly around the handle, securing it with regular superglue. Finally, I attach a ring for hanging. I decided to make a couple of necklace variations and one hook as a keychain.
These pendants are surprisingly versatile. They work for any gender, any age, and pretty much any style. You can even use them as a keychain. Clip it onto your keys, and who knows, with Maui's magic, maybe more doors will open in your life. When I made these hooks, I thought, such an important artifact shouldn't just be a piece of jewelry. It can command the elements. This hook deserves to stand on its own as a centerpiece. I remembered how it was kept on Tamatoa's back, surrounded by piles of gold and treasures. That's when I decided to create a mini diorama based on that theme.
This time, I need a larger hook, so the relief pattern doesn't have to be as deep. I stick to the same pastel and sanding technique as before. For the second one, I decided to add a glowing effect. To do this, I mixed acrylic varnish with a little water, added brown pastel, and my secret ingredient, a turquoise glow-in-the-dark powder. After mixing everything thoroughly, I work it into the pattern on the hook. I let it set for a while, and then polish with fine grit sandpaper. For the handle, I use thicker jute rope. To strengthen it, I coat it with wood glue, which makes it sturdy, smooth, and gives it a realistic ship rope texture. The wrapping technique is the same as before. Now for the stand. I also print it on a photopolymer printer, then I paint it with gold UV varnish and cure it under a UV lamp. In the movie, all the coins and shells on Tamatoa's back have slightly different gold shades. I want to replicate that effect, so I use gold leaf in different tones, carefully applying it to the surface. I also add glitter nail polish and loose glitter for extra sparkle. I sprinkle the glitter over the wet polish so it would stick as it dried. Finally, I coat everything with glossy varnish, cure it under UV light, and place the hook in its rightful spot. And of course, I have to test how it glows in the dark. It looks amazing.
Alright, I've officially surrounded myself with ancient Polynesian magic. It's all about connecting with nature and maybe a little sparkle. We girls can't resist that, right? Moana is one of my all-time favorite movies. My kids and I have rewatched it so many times, and every time I'm blown away by the beauty of Oceania, the incredible culture, clothing, dances, and of course, the legends. Maui is such a complex but fascinating character, and now we have his magical artifacts right at home. You can make one too. I'll leave a link to the 3D model in the description. Hope you find this video interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video.